He did a great job in a big part with 2 outs.
Yeah, and Stefanik can flat out hit before that. He hadn't played that many games this year, but hitting 349 in AAA. He has proven that he can hit at this level. He gets it done. As you see, their first career walk-off in 30 games at the major league level. Good on him. Good on this team. But as we said in the pregame show, as Gwen Stefani continues to blast through the speakers here at the Big A, it's been Shohei Ohtani. He's been the one constant. This is truly incredible. I mean, we say it every time, it seems like, but how is he going to out-Shohei himself, Garrett Anderson? And he does it again here tonight.
I think he did out-show himself tonight. It's just it keeps ramping up, and I'm dumbfounded that he was actually able to let him do it. I mean, you wonder, the pitching coach went out there, and you had to say, hey, you know, pitch around him, be careful, whatever. But the pitches he threw up there, from my perspective, like, he can't hit my fastball. He's not taking me deep. Yes, he can take you deep. He's pretty good.
I was thinking about it. We were talking, watching the game in the press room. 94-mile-an-hour fastball, 96. Shohei is down with 2 strikes, and then he gives him 97 miles an hour.
Yeah, it's pretty remarkable what he's able to do. But this is a part of the plate that he likes the ball to get his arms extended. And like I said all year long, if he keeps his front foot down, he's going to have great balance. And his power is to the middle of the park. He is not a bull hitter. When he starts pulling the ball is when he gets in trouble. When he lets the ball travel and stay inside the ball, those good things are going to happen for him all the time.
And oh, by the way, as I mentioned earlier, homer now in 3 straight. But what do you think of the emotion from Shohei Ohtani? The bat flip, the fist pump. I mean, I haven't seen that type of emotion from Shohei this season.
Yeah, I mean, even in the big situations with pitching, he give you a little fist pump or something. But there was a lot on that when he was rounding first base, and maybe it has a little bit of something. He's just trying to send a message, to what happened last year.
More for the record, but check this out. 35th home run, leads the majors, but 7th game this season, 1 hit shy of the cycle. He came up short with the triple, but check out that last line. Last player to do this in 95 games, how about Lou Gehrig?
Well, that's how great he is that they have to go back almost 100 years to find out stats against great players that played this game, and he continues to just put checks in all these different boxes and with all his stats.
Yeah, you saw Michael Stefanik talking to Erica Wesson after the game and just basically marveling at what Shohei Ohtani continues to do on a nightly basis. Oh, by the way, he's supposed to be the starting pitcher on Friday against the Pittsburgh Pirates. All right, well, you know what? This one got kicked off with a couple pitchers, Luis Severino and Griffin Canning. Both pitchers have struggled since the All-Star break, and the last time Canning would throw would be against the Dodgers, and he couldn't get out of the 3rd inning, but boy, was it a different performance from him here tonight.
Yeah, they both went out and did a great job for their team. All the strikeouts got Canning's pitch count up really high, but he pitched an excellent game, and he established his fastball, and he kept throwing, and on the other side as well. He didn't use as many pitches, but it's not clearly what both of these guys have been doing their last few starts. They came out and did themselves and gave themselves a chance to win the game.
It was impressive, too. 12 strikeouts, which is a career high, and, of course, 120 pitches. That is as many pitches, or more pitches, I should say, than any pitcher in baseball, any starter has thrown in a start this season. Of course, that is a career high for him as well. But 12 Ks, you had 8 of them coming on that 4-seam fastball. Why was that pitch so effective?
He was able to locate it. And in this day and age, I think a lot of guys, they sit on pitches, they guess what they might be getting. Oh, he threw a fastball for a strike. He's not going to throw another one. Yes, he did. He commanded the zone tonight with his fastball, and it made all his other pitches really good.
Why were you not surprised that after 101 pitches in 5 innings that Nevin put him out there again to get him to 120-6?
Well, I'm sure there was a couple reasons. One is that the bullpen's been beat up. And then another two, and this is just my opinion, that it's been free and easy all night. It wasn't like he had a lot of passengers on base, and he threw tons of fastballs, and he didn't labor tonight. He just threw a lot of pitches, and you could see when he was walking off the mound, you could tell he probably didn't even want to come out of the game at that point.
Yeah, I love how he motioned to Phil, and then Phil, of course, said, you know what, I'm going to have you stay in there. But stress-free is a word you used to me earlier today, and that really resonated with me because he did not have a lot of traffic on the base pass tonight.
And that's everything. You can have a pitcher out there with 80 pitches and have a lot of traffic on the bases and worrying about making perfect pitches and not giving up runs. He had the opportunity tonight to relax and throw all of his pitches.
Yeah, and he certainly came back. A great bounce-back performance from Griffin Canning. And you know what happens when the Angels win at home? You win. Yeah, you know what? Fans are excited, of course, about the win, but I think they might be as excited about some French fries. How about that? You get a free medium fries with a $1 minimum purchase the day after the Angels win at home at participating SoCal McDonald's. Download and register on the McDonald's app. Much more on a dramatic walk-off at the Big A. Your agency, build your healthiest self at angels.ocnavigator.org. How about a bat flip tonight? At the Big A, that's Shohei Ohtani, his 35th homer of the season. That was a 2-run shot in the 7th that tied things up. Stefanik would come in, pinch hit, bottom of the 10th. And we like to call that a 4-3 walk-off in 10 innings. Some drama at the Big A as they take game 1 over the New York Yankees by a final 4-3 in 10. Ken French and GA hanging out with you at the Big A. We talked briefly about not stressful innings, but you know what? How about a stressful game and not having a stressful game? Then that goes to some of the fundamentals, GA, right? You can look at a game like this and a game yesterday, and you can take some teaching points and even to the fans at home and let them know, you know what? Sometimes these things happen, but to make things easier on yourself, got to clean these things up.
Yeah, and just explain it. That's all it is. You're not trying, I wouldn't point anybody out. I played this game. I know how hard it is. So, but just take the opportunity to share with fans what could have went on, and also just make it be a learning experience.
Yeah, something we saw over the last couple nights is running the bases. Let's go back on Saturday night, and this was at the Big A here in GA. We saw Billy Hasselman. We're going to go back again. He sends him home. A little hesitation there at third, and he comes up short. Escobar at home plate. Take me through what you're seeing here.
What I see from this is that clearly when a ball hits the right center like that, there's a chance that you're going to score. What I saw from the base runner was just hesitation. And Hasselman also was sending him home. So it's just more on the runner's part there.
And this one here tonight, again, out by a large margin at home. But you see there, we freeze it up. Hasselman, he's got the windmill going at third base. Yeah. And Neto does what he's supposed to do, go home.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do. And, there's at times when the third base coach, things happen. You can get caught up in emotion. I've had third base coaches, Ron Renicky, I saw him do the same thing. It's a hard job to do, and to explain there's a connection between the third base coach and the runners. And I had this issue with Ron Renicky years ago. He would wait to the last second. And I'm like, I'm 220 pounds. I can't stop like that. So he would get further down the line to give me more of an opportunity to stop if he needed to stop.
Well, we saw Hasselman there and Neto chatting afterwards as well. But, one thing, too, Hasselman's done such a tremendous job at third base coach this season. A third base coach can change the momentum of this game. You got to be aggressive sometimes. And when you're in a slump, as the Angels are, you're kind of looking for any kind of spark.
Yeah, and that is a little bit of side of it. Sometimes you do want to be a little bit more aggressive and maybe force the issue. That was a big thing when Mike was here, forcing the issue. So, we had those issues that popped up, and we talk about it, and we move forward, and we learn from it.
Yeah, you put pressure on the opposition's defense, and anything can happen. We talked about Griffin Canning coming off of 2 tough losses heading into this one. Luis Severino for the Yankees in the same category. He has struggled mightily over his last 7. But these 2 pitchers, they went inning for inning here tonight. It was Canning with the career high in 12 Ks, but Severino, boy, his pitch count was down all night. He had a solid 6 innings this evening.
Yeah, it was more of a pitch to contact, and strikeouts at some point can be overrated. I think you need them at certain times, but to get deep into games, and if you want to get deep into a game and give it a chance for a W, you're going to have to pitch to contact and trust your stuff, and that's what he did tonight.
And Severino, too, heading into this one, some might say he's fighting for his job. Nestor Cortez is set to come off the IL. And, of course, Severino wants to stay in this Yankees rotation, and certainly this is going to bode well for him. 6 innings of 1-run baseball, 3 Ks, 98 pitches. So tremendous outing by him, but Canning and the Angels just had enough to get over and come away with a big win in 10 innings. As we take on the timeout here on Angels Eye post game from inside the Big A, when we do come back, I want to hear from the skipper, Phil Nevin. What a night it was at the Big A. High fives all around. Another walk-off for the Angels. They win it 4-3 in 10.